Hey guys, so today's video is an anti-haul of things that are being released lately, and by things I mean makeup and skincare and all that good stuff. So let's just get into it. Subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement, and that'll be it from me. I'm gonna move to the side just so you guys can see everything. So Bite Beauty is already closing down and they have a 50% off discount. This was a bit ago. This is on the 18th of May, so it might not be there anymore, but I think Bite Beauty has had a very rough time adjusting to like the current climate of makeup, and I would have thought that they'd be like the best brand right now because of everything being so natural and like natural makeup and no makeup, and I think Bite Beauty could have really adjusted to that, so I'm not really sure what went wrong. I think it's just their lack of, it's not even like the products aren't very interesting, but like I never bought from Bite Beauty because it's so difficult to get them, and only recently where they added to, I believe, Boots or Superdrug in the UK, but other than that they really weren't sold at different retailers, so it was just their website you can get it on, and then you're having to deal with shipping and yada yada. I feel like if they had sooner added themselves to many different retailers, mainly in the UK, I think they would have had a much easier time, but I feel like it was just very difficult to buy them for a long time. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think they would have had a much better time if they just maybe sent out more PR. I haven't really been seeing people talk about them, like release some natural products, send out some PR, maybe send PR to like those TikTok girlies that do like natural makeup. I feel like they could have had a much better chance if they had just like adjusted a little bit to new life, you know? Then I have this, which is a Wishful, which is obviously Huda Beauty's skincare line. This is a Wishful eye lift and contour, like a serum for under the eyes. It's refillable, which is good. It's obviously a little bit more eco-friendly that way, but it's $45. No thank you. No thank you. I think that's just way too much for an eye serum, mainly from a brand that mainly did makeup. I don't know, I'm always very weird about like initially makeup brands then going into skincare and almost doing too much, because I feel like Huda's done a lot, like makeup, skincare, perfumes, just like a bunch of different things. I'm like, can you be really good at that many different things at the same time? I'm not sure. Then we have this, which is the Hygen Skin Glass Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum by Natasha Denona, and it is $46, which is a lot of money. But also there was an issue with allegedly a smaller skincare brand calling out Natasha Denona for stealing the concept of this and like the bottle and stuff. I'm gonna put the pictures up on the screen. Let me know what you guys think, but I don't need this. I think spending $46 on what is essentially a primer, no thank you. Then we have this Highlight and Balm Duo. Why did my hand just do that? I was trying to itch my hand actually. The Highlight and Balm Duo, which is just like a balm on one side and then you have like a glittery side on the other side, which, okay, it's $58. That is steep for what is basically just one side of it is just Vaseline. Well, don't sue me, but it just looks like as if you applied Vaseline to your face, and the other side is like glittery. $58 is a bunch of money. I'm gonna skip on this one. Off-White releasing some makeup for the face and the body. These are like creamy, versatile color sticks that you can use anywhere. Basically just like creamy eyeshadow. Cream eyeshadow, like cream stick eyeshadow. I can't speak today. They're $42 each. I don't really, this is another, like, this is exactly like what I said with the Huda Beauty stuff. Like Off-White has done fashion and like bags and clothes and shoes for a really long time, and I just feel like that should be kind of separate from makeup. But then again, like Gucci and all the Chanel, they all have makeup lines that they've had for years, which is that then hypocritical of me to say that Off-White can't do it? But I'm just like, I just never really buy. But the thing is, like, I never buy from Chanel and Dior and Gucci and all the other ones, because I just feel like if you're doing fashion, do fashion. If you're doing makeup, do makeup. I'm not saying that everyone has to stay in their lane, but I just feel like I like my makeup to be like from makeup brands, and I like my fashion to be from fashion brands. So I'm probably not going to get this. It's always also so expensive because they can't lower the prices, because then it lowers the like value of the brand if they really start releasing makeup that is like mid-tier pricing. So they always have to hike up the prices to fit the aesthetic of a designer brand, while also not having makeup that is necessarily, in my opinion, worth the money. So that's why I just never do it. Then we have Cosmetics releasing some powder bronzers in 4 different shades. They're $36 each. I recently bought some makeup from Cosmetics. I really like it. Recently, she's been, I feel like this, hold on, I can't speak. I feel like this has been happening for a while now. Like, Michelle Phan has been on a bit of a weird journey recently personally, and I feel like there are some things that I simply can just not ignore, like just the weird posts on Instagram. And I remember during the pandemic, like I feel like that should be my first warning sign to not buy any of the makeup, but like when the pandemic first started, she'd be like, just like, it was like very like, just buy some crystals and get like essential oils and you'll be fine. And I just never really like when people push like pseudoscience. And when it comes, I think you can push pseudoscience when it comes to like personal things, like, oh, you have anxiety, get some lavender essential oils, or like you have something and do something. And I feel like just trying to help people is one thing, but seeing such a dangerous situation and then being like, just get some essential oils, always bothers me, because I'm like, you're putting people in direct danger of not treating things and just using essential oils. So that was my first thing when I was like, that's not my vibe. Also, I believe the essential oils that she was pushing were from an MLM brand, which like MLMs are like my biggest like #1 enemy. So that was like one thing, but then I gave her makeup a chance. I was like, she hasn't been acting up for a while, and then recently she joined like a religious group, which some people are calling a cult, and she has said that she actually treated someone that couldn't walk, and they have now started walking, and not only have they started walking, they also started dancing from like the power of like her hands. And it was a lot, and like I do believe that miracles can happen, and I don't want to bring down anyone's vibe, or like, you know, I want everyone to just be happy and like just have good vibes, but I do you know, I'm just a bit, that's just not, it just really wasn't for me. I was just like, it kind of like is a step above like the pandemic stuff that she was doing, that I'm just like, you know, I feel like those kind of groups prey on people that are going through a hard time, and people that have like lost faith in just regular ways of doing things, and a lot of times they'll require a lot of money to join, or just like things like that. And I just, anyway, so I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I don't think me and M Cosmetics are going to be having a future. I already have a few things, but I don't think me and M Cosmetics are going to be doing much together. I just don't really appreciate certain things that are going on with Michelle Phan, and I just feel like because she's such a face of her brand, I feel like I can't unlink them almost. So I'm just a bit icky about buying things from her now. Anyway, moving on. Elf releasing a new Putty Primer, but it's with a vitamin C in it, so you can use it in the morning, because vitamin C you should be using in the morning, but obviously with SPF. So this could be a good, you know, vitamin C vibe in the morning. I think it's really cute, and I like the Elf Putty Primer putty stuff. I have the putty blush. I had the putty primer. I'm just not really obsessed with filling in my pores. It was like the poreless one. I'm just not really a big fan of that. I think it always looks a bit cakey, so that just wasn't my vibe. But if you like those kind of primers, it works. I just don't need a new primer. I have so many primers. Fenty's releasing some lip stains. They look quite like red and like quite pink. I really prefer like more nude things recently, so these are just not my shades, unless there are more shades that I'm just not seeing here. But yeah, that's it. I'm not getting it. Mario's releasing this thing that he's used on like Kim and stuff. It's transforming skin enhancer and a skin perfector, and it's supposed to be kind of like a balm that is like, so one of them is like a balm that you can just use as like bronzer, highlight, anything. Like really it's just like a balm that if you buy different shades, you can use it for different things. And then the skin perfector is like a powder situation, but I've seen reviews of this and I'm just not really a big fan of how it's performing on people, so I'm not gonna get it. They have NARS releasing their cream bronzers, and I think the shade range is really good, but obviously NARS isn't cruelty free, so I'm just not gonna get them. But it's $38 and they look very good, from like really pale shades to very deep shades. Even just in 5 shades they managed to cover quite a range, so that's really nice. Then we have Tarte releasing a tubing mascara, $32. I think it was quite steep, but then I saw what the lashes looked like and I'm so tempted. I have so many mascaras right now, so I'm not getting anything right now, but if I'm looking for a mascara, I might get this. Look at these results. These look so good, and like you can tell they're not wearing falsies. Like, very good. I love how this looks. Anyway, Too Faced is releasing a vitamin C radiance boosting moisturizing primer. I think moisturizing primers are just kind of like, I need my primer to do something else on top of just being moisturizing, because then I feel like I'm just like, I might as well just do face cream. Then we have Tarte releasing the Amazonian Clay Blurring Powder Foundation. Obviously that's adding onto their Amazonian Clay line. They used to have an Amazonian Clay foundation that they had. This looks really good, but I'm just not looking for a foundation right now. I'm not looking for any complexion products. Then we have NYX releasing Ultra Glossy Milkshake lip glosses. So this kind of adds onto like their butter gloss line, except these are like milky and like opaque. I'm guessing. I hate opaque lip glosses. It's one of those things that just never looks good on me, even if I try. Like, it just doesn't look good, so no thank you. Then we have Lady Gaga finally revamping her makeup collection and like makeup line, and making it a little bit more her. So we have these products. This is a clean beauty line. We have these kind of like cream products that you can use for anything really. She said eyes, lips, face, use on anything. They're super pigmented. I've seen people use them before. I don't really need anything like this right now, so I'm gonna skip. Then she has these face products, so like highlight, blush, and like shiny bronzer slash. So these are like different products that I guess depending on your skin tone you can use them differently. Like for me, I could use them as like highlight, blush, and bronzer, or someone of like a deeper shade could use like the bronzer as a highlight and then use the blush as a blush. Like, like it's all just like whatever. You can just kind of mix and match. But they look quite cute. And then she has like actual bronzers, which look very good. I mean, the shade selection is quite nice. And then she has some eye pencils, some lip crayons, and some eyebrow pencils, and then some lip oil looking situations. Prices are quite steep. So the gel powder highlighters that I showed you guys are $40. The pigment paint is $24 each. The lip oils are $24. The velvet bronzer is $38. Eyeliner $22, lip crayon $22, brow pencil $22. I think they're quite steep. I'm not very intrigued. This is also a Sephora brand, so I can't get it anyway, so I'm just not on my radar right now. JLo's releasing that Overnight Hustle HA and BHA resurfacing serum, along with like a set of products for like brightening, tightening, glowing. The HA BHA resurfacer is $58, and the set of the 3 pieces is $64. It has an eye cream, a serum, and a hydrating cream. I think these prices are very steep. Is anyone actually buying JLo's beauty line? If you are, let me know how it's working for you. Makeup Forever, which I think isn't cruelty free, but I'm not sure. They're releasing these like sets of like in different shades. There's light to medium, and then there's medium to dark, of these like double-sided, like a book that you can close it, of highlights, bronzers, contours, blushes. And actually, I'm not really offended by this. Normally I tell you guys, do not buy face palettes because they're normally quite generic. Like they'll release one makeup palette that can cover about X amount of skin shades, but actually what that means is you're going to end up not using half the palette because it's made for a different skin tone. These are separated into light to medium and medium to dark, which means that you're less likely to waste product when you buy it. I'm still not like, I don't know, I think this is quite good for travel if you need something to travel, but I just don't really need this right now. Kim Kardashian's starting a skincare line called Skin, which I know there's been some issues because there was someone that trademarked Skin Plus for a skincare, like a salon. So I'm guessing maybe Kim had to do something to like get around that. Anyway, she's got a cleanser, toner, exfoliator, hyaluronic acid serum, vitamin C8 serum, and an eye cream. And the prices are quite high from what I've seen, but the packaging looks very adult. It all is very aesthetic, very minimal. You know, it looks like Kim stuff, but I just don't need it. Fenty is releasing a lip oil in a cherry flavor. Looks really cute. I just don't need any lip products right now. I'm so stocked on everything that literally anything that comes up, I'm like, I have 10,000 of this. Do not buy it. Then we have Moira Cosmetics, who's so cruelty free and vegan, and these look like the Givenchy powders, except not in like ball form, but like in actual powders, but they're like those multicolored color correcting powders for different skin tones. I think if you don't want to spend an arm and a leg on Givenchy, and also you don't like that Givenchy is not cruelty free and not vegan and all of that stuff, then maybe try Moira Cosmetics. I'm pretty sure they're like $15 each, so this could be quite a vibe. Pat McGrath's releasing these limited edition blushes and highlights. So I believe one of the shades from the highlight was in a palette that they've had before, but not in a single, and then these are like the limited edition shades. I think these look really cute, but I don't think they're much different from the shades I already have from Pat McGrath. I have like 4 individual blushes, and I'm pretty sure they're going to look exactly like this when you mix the shades together, and also have a bunch of highlights that look like that highlight, and also have one of the highlights that is in the palette, so I don't need this. Next, then we have Chanel releasing the Fresh Complexion Touch with micro droplet pigments. I'm not really sure what that means, but it's even, illuminate, and hydrate. Natural and buildable, healthy looking glow. A refreshing, lightweight texture with a formula that helps to keep skin hydrated and protected all throughout the day for a natural flawless finish in 16 shades, $85. I still don't know what this is. Is it just like a balm, like just like a serum with a little bit of coverage in it? It's $85 though. I'm gonna skip very respectfully. ABH is releasing a new eyeshadow palette that looks very reminiscent of the old eyeshadow palettes, except the pans are bigger. You get less shades or the same amount of shades, and the packaging isn't velvet. It's like a canvas almost looking thing. It's called the Nouveau something eyeshadow palette. And I'm actually going to do an ABH video because I was very tempted to buy this, and then I remembered that I saw a little bit of a scandal regarding Mrs. Anastasia herself during the war on Ukraine. I know this is a really weird topic to bring up in makeup, but during the war on Ukraine, she was posting very sketchy things about supporting Putin. The man has bombed all of Ukraine essentially, and for no reason other than just like ego, and has basically just destroyed the economy everywhere else. Not to make this political, but she was posting like funny memes about supporting Putin on like her personal accounts, and that was then I believe deleted, but I think there are some screenshots out there, so I'm gonna film a whole ABH video. So now that like I remembered this, I don't think I'll be buying this, and I will be doing an ABH video, the fall of ABH, because wow, I've never seen someone, the fact that like no one really has talked about this is wild. So I'm very disappointed. This palette looks very nice. I just don't need to support someone who is supporting an evil man. Like, how did that make any sense? Anyway, Lawless is releasing an overnight lip mask. They create those like lip glosses that are supposed to act like filler, where they fill in like your lines and everything. They look so good. So you finally have like a lip mask for that same reason. And they're supposed to visibly increase lip volume by 40%, hydrate, make them soft, vegan, cruelty free, $21. I have so many lip masks, no thank you. Pat McGrath's releasing this Midnight Voyage 6 pan mini palette, and these are 5 of her most loved eyeshadows, complemented by debut metallic bronze Venus. So one of the shades is new, 5 are in her other palettes, and I actually looked at a video about where these other shades are from, and I have all the other shades. I'm not going to buy this just for the one extra shade, but it's $29, which is quite affordable for Pat McGrath. So if you want to try Pat McGrath, you can get this and get the vibe, except this doesn't include the Blitz Astral shades, so not the special shades, just like regular metallics and mattes. Then we have Kylie releasing a Starsy collab, so the Kylie X Starsy, which is her friend, collab. There's an eyeshadow palette is only in Europe. For the first time, Kylie's releasing something just exclusively in Europe and not the US. So this eyeshadow palette that is actually very cute. I think the shades are very nice. It's releasing in Europe, and then she has 1 highlight shade, 2 lip glosses, 2 eyeliners, 1 blue, 1 pink, and then a lip kit, like a traditional Kylie lip kit with just like a pink shade. I don't think this is awful, and I think it fits the vibe and the aesthetic. I do think they dress in these shades a lot of the time, like one of them will wear pink, one will wear blue, like they do like a matchy thing. So I think this is quite nice, and I saw them use this on, I believe her video came up on my recommended that was announcing this collection, so I just wanted to see what it looked like. And I mean, look, they look like they're enjoying themselves with this palette and this stuff. I don't think I need any of this, but like it's a nice curate, like it's a smaller collection, so it's a little bit more like cohesive, you know? And apparently Starsy used to wear like crazy eyeliners when she first met, like they've been friends for years, and apparently she used to wear like these weird like colorful eyeliners, so apparently this like fits her vibe and aesthetic. Elf's releasing these Luminous putty blushes. So the putty blushes that they have in like non-shimmery selection, they are now creating like shimmery ones. It's very cute, but I have so many cream blushes that it would be ridiculous for me to buy just another like nude cream blush, you know? Colourpop Cosmetics is releasing a big box of Lippy Sticks. Now I have a lot of Lippy Sticks, so I don't need this, but I think if you're like in need of a bunch of different shades and you just want to see what you look good in, then one of these could be a great purchase. Like Colourpop's quite affordable. There are 4 different finishes: matte, matte X, blur, and cream. I think my favorite from the Lippy Sticks is the cream. I think they're very, very good. I have some from the Wild Child collection, and they're in that cream formula, and these are my favorite. I like the shade Brat Pack the most. It's super like just beautiful nude, but these are very good. You can wear them like slightly dabbed in like a little blurred situation, or like full opaque lipstick. So if you just need to like see what lipsticks you look good in, then one of these sets might be good for you. But I have so much from Colourpop and just so many lip products as is. And they're also releasing a Lippy Stick, no, a Lippy pencil big box, but I already have a set of Lippy pencils from I think last year Black Friday or the year before that, so I'm set with like lip liners. But Colourpop makes some really good lip liners. Then we have Fenty Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer powders that have been spotted in different stores, which I'm not really sure what these are. Are they like bronzers, highlighters? I'm really not sure, but I don't really need these, and the shades look very similar. These are supposed to be 2 different shades, but they look very similar. Then we have Too Faced. This is a sneak peek of concealers in 18 shades. They're about to drop. I don't need concealers right now. Moving on. Tarte's releasing some of these products: an eyeshadow palette, a face trio that's only in 1 shade, 2 bronzers, and some like lip products, and then some like Maracuja Juicy Glow sticks. None of this looks like something that I'd like needs to like go and buy. Like these are things that look like I already have in my collection. So next, Charli D'Amelio releasing a fragrance. It's the Born Dreamer by CD by Charli D'Amelio. What I really like about this is that she's releasing an actual like full size $48, but also a refill. So if you really like this perfume, it's the one that you have. If you use it up, you can just buy the refill. So much more eco-friendly and so much more friendly for the budget. So it's a very good price tag. Like a kid could, not a kid, like a teenager could ask for this for like Christmas or birthday, and then just get a refill every birthday or Christmas if they really like it. So I think it's a pretty decent like launch for her. And then we have Ariana Grande adding more things to her Rem beauty line, and I'm so iffy about the Rem beauty line. I've seen some like mixed opinions, and the products aren't really like, no one is saying like, oh my god, you have to run out and get this. Like everyone's just kind of like, yeah, this works. So I'm just a bit like, and I haven't really seen Ariana Grande be super like enthusiastic about and like passionate about the line. I love Ariana Grande, but I just haven't seen much of like a about it. Like I think Ariana Grande's perfumes have been a huge success, and everyone's been raving about them. Even me, I love the Ariana Grande perfumes, but the makeup just seems to be a little bit pushed to the sidelines, and like something drops and it drops, but it isn't really like talked about. And finally, Hailey Bieber has shown the products that she's releasing for her skincare line. So we have peptide glazing fluid, a barrier restore cream, and a peptide lip treatment. So that's $29, $29, and $16, or the kit is $95. I think these are decent prices. It's like a mid to high end, but not super high end. Much more affordable than like the Kim stuff. I don't know, very nice. I'm probably not gonna get it. I probably don't need it, but it looks quite good. It looks very minimalistic, very dewy. Good for her. And that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens. So, or I think of something to do. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any of the links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.